Insta360 just released their latest action camera, the long-awaited Ace Pro 2. So in today's video, I'm going to be comparing this camera to the GoPro Hero 13. Now before we dive in, this video is sponsored by Insta360. They provided me with the Ace Pro 2 and are supporting this video. But as always, everything I share here is based on my personal experience using these cameras on the trails. The Ace Pro 2 is unique in a few ways because this is the only action camera that offers 8K resolution recording. It also boasts as having the best low light performance in an action camera. And they even put a windscreen on the front, which is super cool. So the Ace Pro 2 features a 1/1.3 inch sensor, which is bigger than the 1/1.9 inch on the GoPro. That means it can take in more light, which translates to cleaner low light performance. For mountain biking, there's a lot of times when I find myself in low light conditions, whether it's in a dense forest or even during evening rides. And let me show you just how good the Ace Pro 2 is in low light. Because of the dual chip sensor and its pure video mode, which is built for low light, I'm getting 4K 60 frame per second footage with real-time AI noise reduction in the Ace Pro 2. Compared to the GoPro Hero 13, the Ace Pro 2 has noticeably less noise, which means it'll actually produce very usable footage in those evening rides. I'm pretty impressed how much more clarity I'm seeing in these shadowy areas. But even if I don't use pure video mode and I just use the regular shooting modes, there's still a lot less noise on the Ace Pro 2 compared to the Hero 13. We need to talk about field of view. I find it's actually quite an important factor when deciding on an action camera. When it comes to mountain biking, I love capturing lots of the trail as well as the handlebars and some of the bike. It's really immersive that way. So the Ace Pro 2 offers a new, wider field of view compared to the original Ace Pro. And I think this is actually one of the most important improvements. Now featuring 157 degree field of view with its action view, it makes this camera great for mountain biking POV footage. The Hero 13 offers 156 degree field of view, while the original Ace Pro was only 151 degrees. So the hyper view in the GoPro does see a little bit more vertically, while the action view on the Ace Pro 2 sees a little bit more horizontally. I have a few comparisons here to show you. And now we've got super view mode. I think this action view is a big improvement over the original Ace Pro, and I think it looks really good. In addition to action view, there's Mega, Ultra, D-Warp, Linear, 45 degree horizon lock, and 360 degree horizon lock. While GoPro has Hyperview, Super View, Wide, Linear, and Narrow. Another really unique thing about the Ace Pro 2 is that it's got a built-in wind guard. How cool is this? I'm so used to using foam covers or like dead cats to cover the mics, and now they actually offer one to come with it. Both cameras have stereo audio on right now, so see how they sound. Here's the Insta360 Ace Pro 2, and here's the GoPro Hero 13. Okay, now wind reduction is on for both cameras. Here's the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. Here's the GoPro Hero 13. How do they sound? What do you guys think? Now, I found for the Ace Pro 2, to get the best audio for mountain biking or any other action sports, you're gonna wanna turn on the wind reduction mode.
Okay, some of the rock is a little wet.
It sounds great, but we gotta compare it to the GoPro on wind reduction mode. It's quite a difference. The Ace Pro 2 is clearly a lot better, all thanks to that wind foam on the front. For a camera to be coming with its own windscreen is pretty awesome. So let's get into what is the image quality like for both these cameras. Well, the Ace Pro 2 features a new dual AI chip and a Leica Summerit lens. It can do 50 megapixel photos, while the GoPro can do 27 megapixels. The Ace Pro 2 can go up to 8K 30 frame per second video recording, while the Hero 13 can do 5.3K 60 frame per second. 8K may sound like total overkill, and in a lot of cases it is. But the cool thing is, while you're shooting 4K on the Ace Pro 2, you can zoom in 200% by double tapping the screen, but you keep the full 4K resolution because of its 8K sensor. That's kind of handy as you're trying to capture people down the trail. So let's just take a look at the highest resolution options on these cameras and see the difference in quality. Now, as you get to higher resolutions, you do end up with diminishing returns. How important is it to have 8K? Well, I'll let you guys decide that, but here's the footage. How does the grass look? Otherwise, let's take a look at some of the regular 4K 30 frame per second footage side by side. In this footage, the GoPro is on vibrant mode and the Ace Pro 2 is on the standard color profile.
Such nice conditions.
GoPro does offer a flat mode, which is great for getting more dynamic range and more quality out of the image. The Ace Pro 2 does not have a flat mode, but it does offer many different Leica color profiles. Standard, vivid, Leica natural, Leica vivid, portrait, film, vintage, urban, and nighttime. Both cameras offer HDR video recording. The Ace Pro 2 can do 4K 60 frames in its action view, while the GoPro is limited to 4K 30 frames in its super view mode. Let me know what you guys think of this footage.
Check out what HDR mode looks like on these two cameras. Whoops. Brother. Cool.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was sweet,
That's the
actually.
best I've ever cleared. I was running.
Both cameras can record in 4K 120 frames per second, so I got some sweet slow-mo shots here to show off that. Both cameras have got a log mode, and they both offer a LUT for us to download and use. So let's take a look at some of this footage I captured at Whistler. I'm curious what you guys think.
Try on log mode. Let's see how the exposures are here. And the shutter speed. Oh, it's dark in here.
we've got to talk about the battery life. Both of these cameras offer a bigger capacity battery from before. The Ace Pro 2 has 1800 milliamp hours, while the GoPro Hero 13 has 1900 milliamp hours. The Ace Pro 2 actually comes with 2 batteries as part of the bundle, which of course is very nice. Insta360 advertises that the Ace Pro 2 can last up to 3 hours in 1080p 24 frames per second with the endurance mode turned on, but I'm going to test both cameras out at 4K 30 frames per second. The regular stabilization mode is on, the cameras are not moving, and let's see how long they last. So the GoPro stops at 1 hour 25 minutes and 7 seconds. But the Ace Pro 2 stopped at 1 hour 33 minutes and 36 seconds. So the Ace Pro 2 stops recording at 5% battery life, and it won't let you click record at that point. You can still use the camera, review footage, you just can't click record with anything less than 5%. The Ace Pro 2 is unique in that it offers a 2.5-inch flip touchscreen, so that you actually don't even need a front-facing screen, since you can just flip this up to face you, and it's so handy to be able to see it in any different viewing angle. The Ace Pro 2 is waterproof up to 39 feet, while the Hero 13 is waterproof up to 33 feet. There are some other cool features that the Ace Pro 2 has that the GoPro does not, such as a matrix versus face priority exposure metering mode. So whenever there's faces on camera, it'll always try to expose properly for the face. We're just gonna see the differences here, how each camera exposes for my face. And another one is this jitter blur reduction mode versus anti-flicker mode. Basically, anti-flicker means it has a slower shutter speed, and jitter blur reduction mode is what I'm gonna always have on when I'm filming because it'll help to keep the shutter speeds faster so that you can clearly see what I'm doing. So if you look at some of this footage, it looks great. I'm super happy with it. The shutter speeds are perfect. There's just the right amount of crispness in the image. If you pause, you can see lots of detail. It's not blurry and mushy. So this feature is supposed to activate itself when there's less light and also more motion. Some other just interesting features on the Ace Pro 2 is that it can do up to 90 seconds of pre-recording, while the GoPro Hero 13 can do up to 30 seconds in its hindsight mode. While the button layout on these cameras is the same, they do physically feel different. The GoPro is easier to press. The Ace Pro 2 noticeably takes more strength to press start and stop record. Both cameras offer a magnetic clip mount, which is awesome, but I have to say the Insta360 system is better though. The GoPro has a bit too much rattle to the point where I don't really want to use it for POV footage because it messes with the sound. I mentioned that in a previous video too, but with the Insta360 there's no rattling, so it works better that way. So in the end, they're both great action cameras. They each have their pros and cons. But I have to say the Ace Pro 2 does pull ahead in a few key areas, like low light performance obviously, better battery life. I prefer the field of view on this one, and I love how they got an 8K resolution option. Even if I don't use it that much, I love that it's a part of this camera. I love the flexibility in post-production that gives you. So if you're looking for a new camera to buy and you're serious about capturing your adventures, the Ace Pro 2 is definitely worth considering, and I've included an affiliate link down below. If you're interested, it helps support the channel at no extra cost to you. Let me know down in the comments which camera you guys are more interested in. Thanks everyone, I will see you guys next time.